I think we arrive at this game a little bit too late, so we might not catch the very start of it. But that's okay. The start of the game is boring anyway. Or we do catch the start of the game. But in any case, we're gonna have some pretty standard matchups. Garen Lee Sin, Sylas Ezreal Swain against Malphite, Fiddlesticks, Graves, Senna, Sivir. It does seem like it's a Senna support, despite being the marksman position. Or you could run Sivir support. Maybe that could work. My mind flies back to that one time someone on Reddit posted this support jinx. Basically, Glacial Augment, 45% cooldown, W spam. Although, I wonder if what's the most unviable champion to play as a support? The single most unviable champion. Because even Sivir could have like, you could argue that she can help you shove waves or something. Granted, that's not really the role of a support, but she has decent base damage on Boomerang, so you know she could help you chunk out people if you're running support Sivir, and her ultimate can be used in the support context as well. But what's the least supporty champion in the game? Who is the absolute worst thing to run as a support? My candidate would be Master E, maybe? A champion that's almost entirely self-serving, melee, and absolutely needs income or he's useless, and has no innate CC in his kit. maybe there's another pick. Katarina, also like pitifully low base damage, also entirely self-serving kit. It's an interesting thing to think about. But we're gonna get into this game here. We did actually catch a start of it. Look at that. We weren't late to the party. Ezreal Swain is pretty interesting too. Ezreal doesn't really have anything in his kit to help set up Swain, so Swain has to completely produce his own picks. But this lane isn't terrible. Swain can act as a pretty decent temporary frontline for the Ezreal, and they can definitely exert some poke pressure. Swain can set up damage for Ezreal pretty easily if he ever lands the never move. But I say that red team has a slightly more balanced team comp compared to blue team. The one thing we're not even talking about is the laning Graves, which hasn't been seen in a really long time. God, I miss pre-rework Graves. Bring him back. Speaking of bringing people back, we bring the Fiddlesticks back as well, because he just pieced out of there. Oh, okay, we brought him back. We resurrected him from the dead. We did it. We saved the city. And now we're gonna have the start of the game, except, you know, Fiddlesticks is not gonna get a leash because nobody is staying like an extra 15 seconds just to start a leash. They're just gonna lose the lane. Graves mid, a really interesting pick here. Last time I saw Graves being played in the solo lane, some people ran with him top. But I certainly haven't seen the laning Graves in a long time. Certainly haven't seen a Graves in a long time, period. Oh, the Senna gets chunked out so badly, she has to flash away. And Sivir still fighting. Flash forward, Boomerang Blade, not gonna hit it. I think she got really greedy. Might as well have just targeted. Probably should have just targeted the Swain with the Boomerang Blade, actually. It would have been a guaranteed kill on the Swain, but the flash forward might cost her. Lee Sin finishes the blue buff. He's coming in to fight as well. Direct to camera insists that top lane is somehow more exciting. Look at him hit those minions. Here comes the bot lane, level 2 gank. The Q lands. Is he gonna do it? He is gonna do it. But the exhaust immediately counters at first blood to the Sivir. And Sivir has blue buff only for like 2 seconds. Now the Swing gets his double kill. And here comes the teleport. The summoner has disconnected on top of all this, but here comes the Grave. He gets his own double kill, and now he has to try to run away from the Sylas. No, he's turning it around. He's reloading. One more shot will kill him. Sylas has to flash out. All summoners blown. 12 summoners just gone. Mid and bot, nobody has anything left, and almost nobody is left standing. In fact, Lee Sin is actually just not left standing. He's not in the game anymore. The summoner has disconnected. Is telling the story of this game so far. Alright, there he is. He's back. I like to think it wasn't the disconnections. I just like to think that he auto forward for like 1 second. Just because the recent geopolitical climate, let's say, COVID-19. Every online game I've played, it's not just League, like every online game I've played just has network issue after network issue just because they're getting much more traffic than usual. And also actual staff, actual IT in charge of these servers are just staying at home now. So they're much less effective. So a lot of these online based games experiencing a lot of server issues. So recently, I've definitely been seeing a lot more players just disconnecting games. Unless, you know, you play Rainbow Six Siege, and that game, like, Ubisoft has servers issues every other day, so that's nothing new. But in League, it's definitely new to just watch so many people disconnect. And here comes the Lee Sin. He's gonna end. Might as well have stayed disconnected if he's just gonna donate more resources over to the Graves. But here comes a Kingslayer. Sylas wants it. Sylas not gonna get it. Stylish kills there by the Graves, honestly. Showing up huge. Getting a lot of really good kills on the Sylas. Oh, the root. Have to watch out for that. Now the Senna. Grabbing some more souls. In fact, let's just rearrange the scoreboard. It's very clearly a Senna support. Oh, it's not even fasting Senna, it's just support Senna. Which is fasting Senna, but you know. It's the same build. Oh, the flash dunk from the Garen. Malphite matches it with his own flash. And the cheese wheel claims the counter kill. Good solo kill by the Malphite. Also a pretty embarrassing death by the Garen, all things considered. Woof. What was that? Not what you wanted to see. I love your top laner. Although the top laner for Garen does have quite the CS lead over the Malphite. So no complaints there. Garen does beat the crap out of Malphite in lane just because, oh my god, that Graves damage. What? All he has is a Dirk, and he's just schooling the Sylas. But anyway, yeah. Garen does have a very favorable matchup against the Malphite. Perseverance, Regions, and he poke Malphite can dish out. Malphite's so mana hungry that he can't afford to poke. So Garen really just gets to drive the lane around in his favor. In fact, Malphite's mana issues are so bad. That's really why people run a Comet over Grasp on him, because they need that mana flow band. Nothing because Cheese Wheel guarantees Comet or anything. Like, Grasp is in theory so much stronger than Comet on Malphite, but Mana Flow Band is actually the real keystone people take. In fact, let's look at this. Yep. Transcendence and Gathering Storm. That's a pretty greedy set of runes for a Malphite, huh? Transcendence is correct, but Gathering Storm is interesting. Then again, Scorch nowadays is pretty garbage. So I don't fault him for taking the Gathering Storm in place of Scorch. Now Graves, like mid lane is kind of bleeding out here for red team. They really need to try to get Sylas some help. He's getting bullied around quite a bit. I don't think he quite fancies that right now. Graves. Oh, he has to be a little bit careful here. He's taking some tower shots. He doesn't actually have a sustain in his kit. Unless he has Legend Bloodlines, which I'm almost certain he does. Senna gets chunked out super badly by the Ezreal. Does he have Bloodlines? Yes. No, wait. Alacrity! Doesn't really matter. That's his 6th kill, but Alacrity! Senna has to flash away. She will dodge death just barely. A very clutch flash saving her life. The Vision of Empire not gonna find her. That's Alacrity. Oh my god, I'm reading this right. Oh lord. He's not going for Bloodline. Alacrity does help him reload faster, but Bloodline is just better, I think. Corrupting Pot eaten by the Malphite. He's going back for the aggressive trade, but Garen's spinning on him. He can slow the attack speed, but he can't really slow the damage he's taking. If you cripple Garen, he actually does spin slower. Oh no, Sanders gets picked out. But here comes the Crow Swarm. 3-man Fear drives them off for a split second. The Silver Spell Shield will block a little bit of the damage. The Fiddlesticks claims that counter kill. Good plays all around so far. Garen has to be kind of careful here. Graves going in kind of hard, but here comes the Ezreal damage. Silver has to flash away in self-defense. They're actually tied in kills, 2-1-2 to 2-1-2, but the Swain is currently a lot stronger than the Senna. All things considered, True Shot Barrage not gonna find it. Silver will make it out. Silver is sitting on a call. It does delay her major item power spikes by a little bit, but it will probably eventually pay off. Certainly hasn't paid off yet. In fact, she started the game with that item. $50 CS, 50 charges left on call. She got call before hitting a single minion. Now Graves coming in. He wants a Sylas kill and just so much damage. This shotgun is just doing work. Meanwhile, top lane, Malphite has to be careful here. The Lee Sin has arrived. Garen has far eclipsed this Malphite in CS. And now, oh, the all-in, it does happen. Flash, Ignite, auto. When the Sylas is like 5 health. Oh, the very status Dragon's Rage kicking the Malphite back. But Garen doesn't have the damage. Oh no, the blind unstoppable force. And now the Malphite out of mana. Lee Sin smites the ground for health. But is it enough? It's not enough. Malphite punches him and kills him off. What did I just witness? And now Graves has reached a 1,000 gold bounty. Oh, spectate froze. Okay, that wasn't me. That was just a spectate file. I promise it wasn't me. Hopefully nothing important was missed. And now the Swain ultimate does come in. Silver has to try to run away. Spell shield blocks absolutely nothing. Daunting Shadow will shield her by a little bit, but it's not enough. Graves solo kill Sylas yet again. What else is new? And here comes the Fiddlesticks trying to turn it around. Bountiful Harvest not gonna land. And now the Senna burning down from the Ignite. She's revealed. Wizard of Empire not even needed to kill her off. The Ezreal actually gets that kill. And now Fiddlesticks will shut him down. But here comes the Lee Sin. He wants that 1,000 gold bounty. He's not gonna get it. My god, this Graves is showing up huge. Angry man with a shotgun taking over the game. And this Lee Sin is just one of the many victims that has fallen to him so far. Here comes the Sylas. He's angry. He wants more. He might not be able to get more, but he's sure gonna try. He's gonna come in for the trade. It's just going horribly, stealing collateral damage, but he does it way worse than the Graves. Does he have any AP items? He has a tome. That's it. Oh no, that's just awful. He had to default to Kindle Gem first just to stay alive, but the correct item here is Seeker's Arm Guard. He's going up against Duskblade, Ghostblade with a red gem. So you can guess how well that matchup is going. This is the fastest completion of these 3 items I've ever seen. 12 minutes in. He's got Duskblade, Ghostblade, and Zerker Greaves. 12 minutes in. What the heck? This has got to be the fastest 3 item I've ever seen. Oh, this is not even over. Kingslayer only buys a second of reprieve. Sylas is just running it down at this point. He can't even stay. Like, if he exists in this lane, he's dead. Another Lee Sin is just going to be found in the pit as well and killed off. This is just the Graves show, and we're all just spectating as an audience, including the bot lane, because right now the bot lane getting bullied. True Shot Barrage and Never Move will both whip the Senna. Oh my gosh, these escapes by the Senna, always living just by the skin of her teeth, but here comes the Malphite. He wants the kill. It's gonna get it. He does get it. But the teleport is coming down from the Garen. Garen's gonna try to make something happen. He's gonna engage on the rock. The rock steals the movement speed. He runs so fast. He's gonna get out. Here comes the ultimate. It's eaten by the spell shield. He flashed in for that. And now there's no way out for him. Here comes the more CC. Garen has to try to run away, but the Malphite is running him down. Here comes the Senna. The root is gonna come down. There's gonna be the kill. What are you doing in my call?
Are you watching that last game?
I'm watching the Graves show.
Yeah.
Daunting Shadow is gonna kill the Lee Sin. Oh, Graves gets his 12th kill. The Sylas ATM. He's just spitting out money at him. I'm surprised that Sylas still has the will to play this game.
I know. Actually, he doesn't. If you watch him, I don't know if you're at that point yet, but he comes bot, and you'll notice he no longer has the will to live.
Okay, well, I've been spoiled that Sylas will go bot sometime. But I was just talking about how Graves had the fastest 3 item I've ever seen, because 12 minutes into the game, he had Greaves, he had Duskblade, and he had Ghostblade. And Sylas had Kindle Gem and an M-Tome. So it's pretty lopsided.
Do you know what snowballed that whole Graves thing when he came bot for that sweet double kill?
Yeah, that sweet double kill. Although he solo killed the Sylas a few times before that.
That too.
He was 2-0, went bot lane, became 4-0, and then the game was over from there. Oh, the Graves are gonna make a bot. He's gonna start pumping shots into the Swain. He just does so much damage. He's ignoring the Ezreal, by the way. Ezreal's been shooting him this whole time. He doesn't even care. But is he gonna die here, actually? Dragon's Rage kicks him away, but the Dragon Rage does like 100 damage. Oh my god, he actually lives by the skin of his teeth. And Ezreal spam pinging Lee Sin Red Smite in chat because he had Red Smite and didn't use it on the Graves, which would have definitely killed him. And here comes the Sylas. He's trying to defend bot turret. Is he gonna do it? He gets rooted up. He gets a boomerang blade. He's gonna eat it all. Daunting Shadow gets stolen by him. He fires it back. And he's like 10 health. And accomplishes absolutely nothing. And he's gonna run in. Kingslayer and not gonna find it. Sivir kills him and red team agrees to a surrender. And that's gonna be the end of that game.
Oh my god.
How does it feel getting carried?
I love it. Great.
Every time I watch bot, I just see a Senna getting clapped by Swain. Every time I look mid, there's just a dead Sylas on the ground.
Turns out Sivir Senna is not optimal.
Wow, who knew?